Student journalists are bringing attention to censorship issues to mark Student Press Freedom Day.
And student board member with the Student Press Law Center, Pratika Katiyar, joins us now with more on their efforts. And we were speaking during the commercial break, saying best of luck to you with your career journey. It's so exciting, but it is so different becoming a journalist for you than it was for Brian and I. So can you talk about some of the challenges that student journalists face?
Yes, there's so many that I can think of right now. I mean, the landscape is totally different at the moment. Post-COVID especially, I've been seeing a lot of censorship. I know that there's been lots of instances across the country with high schools and college journalists where their administration is not letting them publish stories on consequential issues. They're not able to talk about issues that are impacting youth today, such as climate change, gun violence, reproductive freedom. Schools are censoring at alarming rates, and student journalists are scared to speak up at sometimes. But I will say that students are really persistent. They're breaking some of the biggest stories today. So there's kind of a trade-off there.
So how does the Student Press Law Center kind of help fight on behalf of these students?
Yes, that's a great question. The Student Press Law Center is a national organization, and I'm really proud to be a board member. We work with student journalists through our legal hotline that's at no cost, as well as advisors to help them with censorship issues. And we also publish resources for student journalists that may not need direct legal help, but can look at our protest guides or our pronoun guides or AI guides to see how their newsroom can be better at covering certain issues or how they can navigate legal troubles.
And what is the new Voices bill, and how does that support student journalists?
So New Voices is a nationwide movement started by the Student Press Law Center. It focuses on restoring and protecting First Amendment rights for student journalists. So there's bills introduced across the country in different states. Currently, 33 states don't have New Voices legislation, so we're working to get that passed. But I know in my home state of Virginia, I testified for that legislation, and some of the laws, there's laws in Illinois, there's where I am in Massachusetts, there's laws. So it's an effort to restore this freedom and to get legislative fixes in place.
And for student journalists who find themselves kind of struggling with censorship, how can they get in contact with you?
They could go to splc.org/legal or just splc.org, and there's a great link to the legal hotline if they're facing any censorship issues.
Pratika, thanks so much for your time, and again, good luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
And so, Kate.